let's just move straight on to another sealed pool. And we have multiple mythics here. So we've got Oko, Thief of Crowns. So it starts on 3 mana. You +2 to make a food, and you can +1 to make an artifact or creature become a 3/3 elk. And you can -5 to exchange control of target creature, artifact or creature you control with target creature and opponent controls power 3 or less. So it makes foods and then it makes them into things, and you can swap your foods for other things too. Castle Lochwain, it's a good one. Lets you draw lots of cards. Piper the Swarm, as we've seen already, lets you get some serious card advantage with the rats. Magic Mirror, I don't think this card's particularly good in this, but yeah, let's see what else we opened and see what we're likely to be playing. I just cannot find a view that I like in this. Right, so we have a Wonder Wayne as well, and the only other gold card we have is a Fireborn Knight. So let's start off. Let's look at the Oko. This card's also very, very good. It's just some serious stat line, but let's see what we can do, because we have a lot of food going on here actually. So we have that. Got some Curious Pairs. Whenever you cast a creature spell that has an adventure, draw a card. Well, that sounds great with the Curious Pairs that we've got. Fell the Pheasant. Yeah, we probably want that. Whenever you cast a creature spell, yep, we want that one. Sacrifice a food, otherwise it's a plus. Yep, that one sounds great. Sacrifice 2 foods, create a 7/7, otherwise create 3 foods. Yep, that sounds great too. This one sounds great. This is everything that you want. Yeah, this is basically exactly what you want from your big green stuff. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Put up to 1 target card from your graveyard on top of your library. If it was spent with 3 green, you can add them to your hand. Okay, so these green cards are pretty insane. Pretty good green cards. The only card that we've got that's not green is Oko at the moment, but we actually only have 2 bits of fixing. So we've got the Acolyte and the Golden Egg. So this is the debate now, if we are going to be blue or if we want to be something else. And I think we probably just want to be blue with the level of the quality of cards we have. Charm Sleep's a good removal spell. It pushes the mana a little bit, but I think it's worth it. Queen of Ice is a good one. We definitely want everything with adventures based on the other cards we have. This Griffin is good. Draw 3 cards. That card, I don't think this card's very good. Have we got anything else? We control an artifact. I'm almost always going to control an artifact with this deck, so that's going to be a massive unsummon. So I think I want that one too. What does that leave us with? That's slightly non-creature heavy. Yeah, I like the look of this. There's a lot of good stuff going on. Let's just cut that, and I think we can just go with this. Let's just go and do some social media posting. I'm going to post this everywhere, so just give me 2 minutes and we'll be ready to go again. Alright, let's copy this. Okay, I think that's everywhere that I wanted to post that, so let us crack on. Stuart, you're not currently entered in the competition. If you're actually wanting to try and win that, you need to do that Eldraine giveaway again. How is everyone doing this fine afternoon? I hope you're all doing well. My name's Andrew Rayner, and I am a Magic player from Scotland. I haven't been playing that much Magic of late, but certainly hoping to get into it a bit more streaming as the new set is coming out. So that is certainly our intention, and we'll see how we get on. We'll keep this one. We can make a food on one. We've got a Queen of Ice, so we can tap something. We've got the Acolyte as well. We've got lots of stuff going on. Can make lots of things go on. This hand seems pretty solid. Pretty solid overall. Fabled Passage. Well, that's rude. Another Queen of Ice. I'm just going to make a food on one. I don't have anything that, or I don't have too many things that trigger on me casting an adventure. It's mostly the creatures, so which is fine. I should cast the 1/3 just to block off this knight. Much as I would rather be playing something else, it just seems like it's beneficial to do that. So at the moment we're running a giveaway, so there's 20 minutes left if you want to enter. All you need to do is type !MTG Eldraine or MTG ELD giveaway. And that will give you opportunity to win a code that will basically give you 1,000 experience when you log in on Thursday to the new version, which would be, I think, is pretty good. So if it's something you want to do, just type in MTG ELD giveaway in chat. It'll enter you into the giveaway. At the moment, there's only Soski Smurf that's entered, so at the moment he's gonna win. So if anyone else wants to enter, feel free, type a message in chat, and yeah, let's give this stuff away. I've got another 17 of these codes to give away, so we definitely want to be giving them all away. Right, let's cast the Queen of Ice. Let's tap this thing. So there's so many decisions to make with this deck purely because we have all of these adventures. So like we have a lot of split cards. It's quite difficult to figure out what the best lines to have are. But yeah, I just feel like tapping that guy down is going to be beneficial in the long run. Okay, so they're playing 3 colours. They've got Loch Twain, so they'll be able to draw cards if they're not doing anything else. So we get to cast this one here. Then pumps the Squire. Can attack with a Squire. I need to start trying to pressure them. Especially if they're going to try and lean on the Lochthwain. Obviously, you lose life equal to number of cards in your hand, so if they're just trying to sit and gain cards, don't really want to allow them to do that. So I think I'm just going to pass here. I've got the Appetite that gives me a massive pump spell if I need it. I should just be able to get away with just giving something +3/+3, but they took a turn and 3 life to draw a card there. So as much as it didn't cost them anything in terms of cards, and it is just raw card advantage, it does mean that they're not actually advancing the board at all. So oh, they're not attacking. That's interesting. Do I want to eat the food? I don't really want to eat the food yet, I don't think. Tap the commander. Cast the Queen of Ice. Pumps the Squire, and then we'll get in with the Squire again. This thing is such a good blocker. If they want to do some kind of blocks and trick, that's fine. Means they're not drawing cards. I mean, if they want to take this hit and take another 3 damage, yeah, that's what I thought. I think we just want to get rid of the Lost Legion. I think we can deal with the 2/1 slightly easier. Most of our things get through that, so which is fine. Like that's a good exchange for our 2/2. Okay, they have a Lost Legion. That's another one. That's okay. Means they're not activating the Lochthwain again. That's essentially what we're trying to do. Just stop them from activating this. If we get to the really long game, they'll just continue to activate this, and they'll gain too much card advantage. So that's a good one for them. But that is them out of cards. So, ooh, Once in Future is a good one. Obviously not too much in the yard just now, but it does give us some options. So. Griffin's not amazing in our deck. There's not too many ways for us to be drawing additional cards, but a 2/4 flyer is still serviceable for 4 mana, so it is still a good one. Let's turn this light back on. It's kind of annoying in my face, but it certainly means that you can actually see me properly, and obviously you want to see my gorgeous face, so. Joust is rude. And cast the Unicorn. Are they attacking with the commander? No, they're not. Okay, so now what is the plan? Can play this to make a food. Not doing anything else with that. Can return these both with Once in Future. I think we're probably just good just passing. At this point, like they've still not really got any good attacks. The Queen of Ice is still going to be able to deal with stuff pretty well. This is still going to deal them damage. That must have been a land because they moved between phases very quickly there. If they want to make attacks here, we get to use the appetite to eat some stuff. So. Or trade with some stuff. We're gonna get this commander off the table because this is the issue at the moment. Why would you give that thing indestructible? Oh, that's not a knight. That is not a knight. Do I want to eat the unicorn then? Wonder if I should just eat the unicorn. Yeah, let's just eat the unicorn. Yeah, I don't need to do anything fancy here. Don't think. Another green means that we can make sure we get the Once in Future with the get them both to hand, which would be good. But I think we can just pass this turn. Return of the Wild Speaker is a draw 2 here, which is fine as well. Oh no, that's a human, so actually it wouldn't draw any, I lie. That's not particularly good on this board. we just get to block here and tap it, so... Okay, that's okay. Like, I still feel like, as much as they've drawn some extra cards, we still feel ahead. Not that one, this one. I want to take back Queen of Ice and I think probably the Appetite. Pay Adamant, yeah. Well, that's a good draw. You stay down. And never come back. And then we'll just play this other guy, which is fine. Don't need to do anything fancy there. Means that they're now just dealing with a bunch of dudes, and we've just got a bunch of dudes, which is fine. So the way that I refer to as a dude is that the creatures don't do anything. They're basically just stat lines. This one actually had text and was doing things. Like this one. This one has text and does things. It's actually quite a scary card. So we will just prevent that thing from ever doing anything, essentially. I think we do at this point just need to cast this. It's just big, it's got first strike, it's just a pain. They're going to kill themselves drawing cards here though, so got that going for us. I suppose. I suppose. That's close to being good. Right, so if I sack a food, this becomes a 7. I just kind of want to... I kind of want to get greedy. Let's get greedy. I want to sack the food, make this thing a 7-power thing, and then try and draw that many cards. That's what I'm going to try and do. It's not going to end the way I want it to, but that's what we're going to try and do. So if they attack with this, I get to block block the Sir Alan. No. I can do this, right? That saves it. Does it save it enough? Guess it does, yeah. Gets this thing off the table, and that's the important bit. Oh, have you got another card? Oh, if you've got 2 things, that's seriously gross. Ugh. That's gross. So I did say that it wasn't going to work. I didn't realise it wasn't going to work this much. Yeah, that didn't go well. This just doesn't do anything, right? Deals combat damage, so this doesn't even do anything. But we're going to have to fight something just to get this thing big enough to actually be able to interact. So this is going to have to do something with this. You've got another trick I'm going to be... Oh, it didn't have the... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Reading is tough. Ugh. Yeah, okay. Okay, we flooded out. They kind of drew through it with the land. Yeah, I don't think we drew particularly well. We have a lot of card advantage, so that's a little bit frustrating. But onwards, upwards. What is the worst that could happen? Absolutely nothing, because we're here, we're having fun, and we're playing Magic, so it's all good. We're all fine. This looks good. Curious Pair is a really interesting card because obviously it's very good early. Making a food, making a blocker. These other cards are pretty good too. So Charm Sleep's pretty good one. Just kind of got blown out by the fact that we used the Charm Sleep on the Death Toucher in the last game, and then they played a better card. They had a pretty good tribal deck there, which I think would be pretty tough to accomplish a lot of the time in sealed. So that happens. Swings and roundabouts, you know. Giant Opportunity. Interesting. Let's play this just in case we can cast stuff on time. Come on, opponent. Okay, you got a Squire. So do I want to create food or not? I don't feel like I want to be creating food just now, so we're just going to pass. If I draw a land, I can outmuscle. Would really rather this was making a 7/7 than making food. Don't have a whole lot of ways to use food. This is one of my food payoffs, so I'd rather we were trying to use that to do that. So okay, they're going to push through for some damage this turn, which is fine. Okay, we found a land, so we can actually... what do we want to do here, actually? Do we want to Charmed Sleep the Acolyte, maybe? I think we need to... guess we can still just outmuscle the Squire. Just to debate if we wanted to... The Adamant doesn't really matter on this one, does it? Let's go with that. Kill their thing. My guy's a 2/4. It's going to be much more difficult to break through. So there's 3 minutes left on the current giveaway. So if you want to enter, just type in !MTG ELD giveaway. You can get some experience for what is coming up later on. So I think we're gonna have to go for Charm Sleep here. This thing's probably just too big. thanks everybody for joining in and watching today. We are currently wonderful. Hit me. Hit me. Come at me, bro. You're not the only one with a giant thing. Although I would really like to... Oh, can I just kill them? I'm so close to just killing them with this Return of the Wild Speaker. So close. Oh, that's rude. Stop being annoying.
Let's broaden your existence.
You're next. I am the biggest thing of all. There is a minute left on the giveaway, so as I say, if you want to enter, type in !MTGELD giveaway in chat, and it will enter you in for the chance of winning one of the codes that Wizards has kindly given me. That thing needs to stop doing that as well. Stop making me lose life.
Your new look is enchanting.
So that is it finished. So let's pick the winner. There is only one. So Soski Smurf, congratulations. Let me send you a code. There you go, that should be with you. Remember, these aren't eligible to be redeemed until later in the week. Well, that witch... Oh, that's rude. Rude. Oko was about to take over that game. But, oh well. That's really frustrating because I feel like that our deck was just starting to do stuff there, but we had to deal with is all of their nonsense. So, c'est la vie, and we move on to the next one. This one seems pretty good. Gotta go Squire into tap their thing, into cast the Queen, then out muscle something. Seems fine. I gotta win one of these eventually, right? And we found a food. Look at that. We found a food that draws a card. Look at that chocolate egg. Beautiful chocolate egg. Lucky Clover. Oh no, Stuart's gonna love this. He's played Lucky Clover. Oh no. Oh no, we're gonna lose to a Lucky Clover now, aren't we? That's not Lucky Clover. Let's create a food with a curious pair. Cast a golden egg. Just because I love food so much. So much. Found our land. It's also our green source so that this triggers adamant. And my squire gets to hit them. Yeah, hit you. And they've got another golden egg. Oh, just so much chocolate everywhere. Kind of awkward because I don't really have anything to do when they're not doing anything. It's so tiny. They still take one. What have we got here? The mind drop. Ugh. Discard 4. That's rude. Yeah, I'm discarding cards. Get on with it. That was quite rude. I'll be honest. That was I felt that in the feels. It was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. We do get a pick up 2 again though, so it's not the end of the world. Play a Griffin. And we'll take the out muscle and the Queen. I guess, do I really want the out muscle just now? Let's see where we get to here. They've had a very good draw. Wicked Guardian's fine. We get to outmuscle that, which is good. That's a nice little combo there. Wicked Guardian triggering the second draw on those cards. just really don't want to get mind rotted again because it's just going to completely wreck us. We're fortunate we had the once in future to not completely just die to that, so at least we're still in the game. Oops. Yikes. Well, that one's gross. Just gonna play a 6/5 here and draw cards. See if I can't hit a land. Be really good if we can hit some more mana. No, Return of the Wild Speaker. What have we got? We've got human, tree folk, human. This card's not great in our deck, actually. I guess it's fine when we have Oko, but we've only drawn it once and then we got run over, so... Come on, opponent. Okay. That's gonna be pretty tough to beat. I'll be honest. That's gonna be pretty tough. Still gonna try our best, but it's gonna be tough. They have a removal spell for this, I think it's pretty much game, but I need to try and do something. Okay, that's step one, I guess. I just can't attack with this, can I? It just completely defeats the point. I have to attack with more powerful things. Oh, it's gross. So gross. Oh, well, at least they're taking the 9. This thing is going to have to do so much work. They've got a food, so they can sacrifice it to gain some life too. Just all kinds of gross. Now they can cast their Reaper of Night. Guess we can cast Charmed Sleep, which at least would make that thing tapped. You want to block? I feel like you want to block. Yeah, you want to block. We can pick up that Outmuscle and the Queen of Ice. Willing to sacrifice our love. These are just gross. I don't have any disenchants or anything to deal with it at all, so it's just going to be a massive problem. Can draw some cards with return, see if we can find anything. That art on Opt is sick. Dan Scott, well done, good sir, well done. Alright, what have we got from a Rerolonos, however you pronounce that? What have you got? A 2-1 with lifelink, that is seriously gross. So the question is, no, I just need to just hit with the tree folk, it deals 5. Not a whole lot going on. Ugh. I'd like to draw 7, please. Ugh. That wasn't even very good, was it? My word. I guess we do get to cast. Okay, does this deal with enchantments? Exchange control of target artifact to creature I control, target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or less. Ugh, doesn't even achieve anything, does it? Right, okay, so we're going to go for Giant Opportunity. Try and make a 7/7. Then we get to draw another card. Leaves us with 10 cards in deck. Gives another food. Between these two, I think we should probably get there. I've got charmed sleep to be able to make this sleep, and then I can outmuscle the scavenger. So they need something else. What they currently have isn't enough. So what they currently have is not enough. We have a 4/3. 4/3 is okay. It doesn't do a whole lot here. Another outmuscle. Does that achieve anything? One mana shy. Kill your scavengers. Tap poorly. I can make it better. I can make up for... I literally have a card that makes my mana mess up not so bad, so... Beats. I lose 4, they go to 11, they need to block. But then they go to 4, they go up to 7 with the golden egg, so... I guess they don't have to block. No, they'd still have to block even with the golden egg. They go to 7, they need to draw a good one. What you got? Locthwain Paladin, which is not good enough. Only just got there, but we did. Oh. That was a sweet game. That kind of that showed off the power and the grind that is possible even against that awful Ravens card. That's going to be obnoxious as hell against the Knights deck. We got a couple of packs, so let's crack some packs just to see what uncommons and commons you'd get, because obviously with the account we have all the rares. So this is what happens when you have all the rares. You get gems. Beautiful, beautiful gems. Oh, we got a mythic set of gems. Look at that. We may as well buy everything. Oh, well, you're not going to let me buy it. Boo. Okay, let's go on again. This is probably going to be the last one for just now, and then I'm going to take a break before we get into drafting for the rest of the evening. It's going to be 4 hours of drafting, give or take. And then we're going to be doing anything up to 6 hours of standard tomorrow. So if there's any standard decks you want to see, let me know. Still trying to figure out what we're playing tomorrow. Oko, the game that you missed, it was very good and was going to win us the game. They just happened to... They killed us on the turn prior to us being able to stabilize and start exchanging stuff. So we would have had like swap our 1/1s for their actual creatures, which was kind of frustrating, but I think it's okay. I think the grind level of it is pretty good. The fact that it was able to make their bombs into nothing, essentially. So like they had the 8/8 hasty trample makes goats, and I just made it a 3/3, and that felt really good. It was just unfortunate that they basically everything that they had was something I needed to deal with, which was a bit annoying. Let's just play a Queen of Ice out, I think. Blocks the Flutter Fox, then we can get Oko down and try and start ticking Oko up. Oh, glass casting the Queen of Ice, okay, interesting. This means we do get to fell the Pheasant. Flutter Fox. So we'll see how good Oko is here. Hopefully it can get the job done. And that's a 4-3 now. Hopefully they don't have anything else, because I would like to be able to fell it next turn. This Flutterfox seems real good. There's so many, like the food being able to trigger it, make it a flyer seems pretty good. What's this one do? Sacrifice a food, something must block it. That's a good one. Let's make this food a 3-3. Do I want to outmuscle the Flutterfox? That's an option. I feel like I can. Yeah, let's let's do this. I like this. So it deals with the Flutterfox. Means that we can trade off when they equip it if they have enough mana. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't really have too much of an issue with this thing. So like they can equip this, it becomes a 5-2. Then we can just trade off. Like this wasn't. This is all just part of Oko, so more than okay making this trade. Let's play another land. Let's make a food.
One bite, and all your cares are gone.
Like we're pretty stable here. They make a 3-6. 3-6 is quite big. Yeah, the loyalty on this thing's just pretty ridiculous. My guy's a 3-3 now. And I've got the thing of being able to appetite it to make it a 6-6 and then draw cards with Return of the Wild Speaker, so see how we get on here. We could have some trickses. If they equip it, we don't have any good blocks, so that's worth noting. We're probably just doing this anyway, just to draw 6. Oh, they have no responses either. That's good for us. Let's draw 6 cards in response to you trying to kill it. Gives us a heap of stuff. We actually find a giant opportunity as well, so we can actually make a food with Oko, play the golden egg, and then play a giant opportunity. Or even better, we can now fell the pheasant and do the same thing. Do we want a 3-6?
It's not for you.
Let's just put the golden egg. Right, so this is the last game for time being. So we'll just get this one done and then we'll go offline for a little bit and then we will be back in a bit. So hopefully we can get there with this. Giant Killer is a good one, but we do just get to use Oko to make it 3-3 without the tapping ability. So actually, does it take white to tap it? It does take white to tap. Yeah, I don't really care about it. Let's just make it a 3-3. Then let's make this thing sleepy. Then let's play a 6-5. And then jam for 7. I feel like we're ahead here. Feel like we are solidly ahead. So Okko has just been a really good card this game. Just like the amount of card advantage, the amount of effort they had to go to try and kill it, like throwing away so many creatures for me then just to be making more food and then making them 3/3s. Like the fact that it only makes a 3/3 every other two turns, or every second turn, sorry, does mean it's a little bit slow. But like 9 loyalty, as you say, 9 loyalty is a lot. Right, okay, so if we got lethal, we might have lethal, we don't have lethal, but let's pay the adamant, shkaboom, and then let us make the golden egg a 3/3.
I invite you to change your ways.
Smoosh. Yeah, the only good kill planeswalker is the rare. You know, the adventure, and then it has the 2/3 lifelinker. I think that's the only one that actually is good enough. It just straight up kill a planeswalker, but you're unlikely to have that in limited. So that one is definitely a problem. I know they could have the board wipe, but I still don't think it matters because Okko is just that good. Oh, they had it anyway. But we still have a giant. It's fine. Nice. Nice.
Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
Much smoosh. So even though I mentioned that they might have the Wrath, because we had the giant token, it didn't actually matter. And even if we didn't have the giant, we still had lethal regardless of that, but we had it anyway. So that was a good little spell of sealed there. Ooh, what have we got a mastery orb for? What does that do now? Oh, we've got an M20 mastery tree, whatever that means. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, totally know what's going on. Yeah, cool. Good. Anyway, that is going to be me for just now because the Domino's has just arrived downstairs, and that is far more important for right now. So I'm going to go and have some dinner, and we'll be back later on, and we'll be drafting. I'm going to try and get Deckmaster up and running, even though it's not going to work properly, but it should work enough to allow us to do some viewer drafting. So we'll be back probably in about 20 minutes or so, and drafting will be up by then, so we will catch you shortly. It'll be great to see you back, so we'll see you in a little bit.